The galaxy was quiet that day, almost too quiet. From the edges of human space, a signal pulsed, steady and strange, moving through the void. Scientists and commanders crowded around the glowing screens, their faces reflecting the soft blue light. The message was simple, almost primitive, but the language was not human. It was alien, and it carried a feeling humans had never felt before, a curiosity, like someone watching them carefully but without hostility. Captain Lena Torres leaned back in her chair, studying the monitors. Her jaw tightened. "It's peaceful," she whispered to herself, but her mind knew better. Peaceful messages could hide danger. She had learned that in the quiet corners of the galaxy, appearances often lied. The alien race that sent the signal was unknown, and humans had no idea how advanced they were. That uncertainty made every heartbeat tense, every decision heavy. In orbit around Earth's space station, the stealth Dreadnought floated silently, hidden from alien sensors. It was humanity's secret, the kind of weapon that would change the course of first contact forever. Its hull shimmered faintly as it absorbed and bent light around itself, invisible to anyone watching from afar. Inside, the crew moved with calm precision, checking systems, running simulations, calibrating energy weapons. They did not speak loudly. There was no laughter. Only quiet, steady focus, because they knew that the moment humans revealed themselves, the galaxy would notice, and not everyone would welcome them with open arms. Meanwhile, on the alien world at the center of the signal, scientists were celebrating. They had never expected contact to arrive from this corner of the universe. Their telescopes, their scanners, their instruments, they all told the same story, a race of beings that were cautious, but curious. Peaceful. The aliens prepared a grand broadcast, sending messages of friendship and open arms. Little did they know, a shadow had already slipped past their detection. Lena watched as the alien signals arrived in real time. Their language was strange, filled with sounds that her translators struggled to understand fully. Yet their intentions were clear. They were inviting humanity into their world, or at least, into communication. And that invitation was exactly what the humans had been waiting for. Aboard the Dreadnought, the young officer, Jalen, frowned at his console. "Captain, sensors are picking up small energy fluctuations. Could be natural anomalies. Could be a scout ship." He hesitated, the soft hum of the ship around him making the silence feel louder. Lena nodded without looking away from the main screen. "Keep monitoring, but do not engage. Not yet." Her voice was calm, almost detached, but inside, her mind raced. Every instinct screamed caution. Every sensor reading could be a warning. Yet humanity had waited too long to back down. They had the technology, the courage, and the strategy. All that remained was the right moment. In the alien capital, leaders debated the signals. Some were thrilled. "They come in peace," one scientist exclaimed. Others frowned, studying data. Why are their transmissions so controlled? So precise? Perhaps they hide something. But their words carried no weight against the excitement of first contact. No one suspected how close the human Dreadnought hovered in silence, observing, waiting. On the bridge of the Dreadnought, Lena's fingers hovered over the control panel. She thought of her crew, her people, and the responsibility they bore. "We don't strike first," she murmured. "But we cannot be blind." Outside, the blackness of space pressed against the hull. Stars glittered like distant fireflies, unaware of the tension building between worlds. Hours passed in silence. The humans' communications team prepared messages of friendship, carefully measured, designed to reassure the aliens. They smiled on video screens, spoke in soft tones, made gestures of goodwill. All the while, the Dreadnought drifted, unseen, a sleeping giant. It was humanity's hidden ace, a promise and a warning wrapped in steel and light. Then came a small anomaly. One alien scout vessel detected a faint shimmer in space, something moving differently than it should. On their screens, the object flickered, disappeared, reappeared. Alarm bells rang quietly in the alien monitoring systems. But their excitement blinded them. "Probably a spatial disturbance," they said, turning back to their celebrations. Lena leaned forward, her eyes narrowing. "They might notice," she said softly. "They might see the Dreadnought before we even make contact. Prepare countermeasures. Make sure everything is hidden." Her crew nodded, moving like ghosts in the dimly lit control room. Every movement precise, every action calculated. And so, humanity waited. The galaxy thought it had a peaceful first contact on its hands, a friendly race reaching out for knowledge and understanding. Little did the aliens know, in the darkness beyond their sensors, a power unlike any they had ever imagined waited silently. Humanity was here, not just to meet, but to show that in the vastness of space, being prepared made all the difference. As the alien broadcasts continued, Lena allowed herself a small, controlled smile. The moment was almost here. The Dreadnought's engines hummed softly, the lights inside flickering like a heartbeat. Somewhere in the galaxy, excitement, curiosity, and arrogance danced together. Humanity would step forward soon, but not as they expected. The first contact was about to be rewritten. The galaxy continued to watch, unaware of the hidden Dreadnought drifting just beyond the sensors. On the alien homeworld, celebrations were in full swing. Their skies shimmered with lights and holograms, welcoming humanity, or at least, what they believed humanity to be. Scientists and leaders moved through their halls, discussing possibilities of trade, knowledge exchange, and alliances. On board the stealth Dreadnought, everything remained silent. Lena Torres stood on the bridge, her eyes scanning multiple screens. "Sensors are clear," she said, though she knew every anomaly could be a warning. Jalen, the young officer, frowned at his console again. "Captain, energy readings are increasing near the outer rim. Could be natural, or someone might be watching." Lena did not flinch. "Keep monitoring. No action until I say so. We are guests, for now." Her voice was calm, but her mind ran through endless scenarios. Every detail mattered. Every decision could determine the fate of this first contact. The crew moved efficiently, each action quiet, purposeful, rehearsed. They were shadows in a galaxy that did not yet know what humanity could do. Meanwhile, the aliens broadcasted their messages. A human ambassador appeared on their screens, smiling, speaking softly in their language. "We come in peace," the ambassador said, gesturing politely. On the alien side, joy filled the room. No one suspected that a massive stealth Dreadnought lurked only a few light minutes away, monitoring, waiting. Jalen tapped his console nervously. "Captain, one of their scout ships is approaching our perimeter. It hasn't detected us yet, but it's close." Lena's eyes narrowed. "Good. Let them come closer. We need to know what they can sense. Stay cloaked. Remember, the first impression must be of peace." The scout ship drifted silently toward the human position. On board the alien vessel, its crew noticed nothing unusual. Its instruments flickered briefly as it passed near the Dreadnought's field, but they dismissed it. "Probably a small anomaly in space," the lead officer said. Excitement and curiosity blinded them to the truth. Back on the Dreadnought, Lena watched as the scout ship passed. "All systems nominal. They haven't seen us," she reported. "Prepare shields and weapons. Keep them ready, but do not reveal them. Our advantage is in their ignorance." Hours passed, and the humans maintained a careful balance. They communicated with the aliens, offering words of friendship, sharing scientific knowledge in small, measured amounts. Each broadcast was polite, thoughtful, and deliberate. Yet, behind the calm messages, the Dreadnought drifted like a predator waiting for the right moment. In the alien capital, debates began among factions. Some were thrilled at humanity's apparent friendliness. "They are peaceful," one scientist said. Others were suspicious. "Their control over technology is unusual. Their signals are precise, almost too perfect." But their concerns were drowned out by excitement and hope. No one suspected the true scale of humanity's hidden power. On board the stealth Dreadnought, Lena moved to the tactical console. "Prepare a defensive pattern," she ordered. We may need to respond if they detect us. Jalen, check sensor sweeps again. Any movement from their larger fleets? Yes, Captain, he replied. His fingers danced across the controls, scanning every signal. Nothing major, but some of their patrols are changing course. They might be sensing something. Lena's expression did not change. Let them wonder. We will remain silent. Our presence is the message. The day stretched on, the stars glowing coldly beyond the hull. In the alien world, joy and celebration filled the halls. Scientists debated theories of humanity's intentions, diplomats prepared ceremonial gifts, and scouts patrolled the borders. Yet, all the while, the humans' secret dreadnought moved quietly, invisible, untouchable, like a shadow that the galaxy had not yet seen. As night fell on the alien world, Lena allowed herself a moment to look out at the stars. Somewhere out there, the galaxy waited for humans to make their move. But she knew patience was as powerful as weapons. One wrong move, one early reveal, could destroy this opportunity for control, for respect, for a demonstration of what humanity could do. The suspense tightened. Would the aliens discover the dreadnought too soon? Would curiosity turn to fear? Lena did not answer those questions. She only knew that humanity was prepared, that every sensor, every weapon, every plan was in place. When the time came, humans would step out of the shadows. And when they did, the galaxy would remember it forever. The first contact seemed peaceful, almost innocent. But in the quiet darkness of space, a hidden power waited, unseen, untouchable, ready to show that humanity's strength was more than words, it was reality. The day of the first contact ceremony arrived. On the alien world, massive structures floated in the sky, held by unseen forces, shimmering in colors that humans had no names for. Thousands of alien beings moved below, preparing for the moment when humanity would step into their world, or at least, appear to. Aboard the stealth dreadnought, Lena Torres observed the preparations through hidden sensors. Every detail was noted, every movement analyzed. The crew moved quietly, checking systems, confirming cloaking fields, and keeping their distance. To the galaxy, humans were arriving in peace. But Lena knew better. She knew the weight of what they carried, the dreadnought itself, a silent declaration that humanity was prepared for any challenge. On the alien side, excitement buzzed like electricity. Leaders gave speeches, scientists demonstrated knowledge, and children floated in the streets, fascinated by the images of humanity broadcast on massive screens. The humans' ambassadors appeared, smiling, calm, polite. Every word they spoke was measured, carefully chosen to encourage trust. "Greetings from humanity," the ambassador said on the screens. "We come in peace. We wish to learn and share knowledge with your great civilization." The aliens cheered, their voices echoing across their cities. No one suspected the massive stealth dreadnought that lingered silently in orbit, invisible to all sensors. It hovered like a shadow, a predator that had yet to strike. Inside the dreadnought, Jalen tapped a console nervously. "Captain, one of their surveillance satellites passed near our position. Sensors indicate a minor energy fluctuation. They might sense something. Just a flicker." Lena's expression was calm. "Let them sense it. Let them wonder. The first impression is what matters. They must not see our full strength." Hours passed, the ceremony unfolding below. Aliens offered gifts, demonstrations of their technology, and cultural displays. Humans responded with respect, humility, and curiosity. Every interaction was carefully planned to build trust. Every smile and gesture was deliberate. And all the while, the dreadnought drifted silently above, scanning alien fleets, calculating ranges, measuring potential threats. Its weapons were ready, its shields at maximum efficiency, its crew alert. Humanity had made peace the first step, but strength was their hidden message. In the Alien Council, debates began among factions. Some praised humanity's apparent goodwill. "They honor us with words," one diplomat said. Others whispered suspicions. "Their technology is far beyond what they show. Why do they hold back? What are they hiding? But the majority dismissed the concerns. The festival of friendship blinded them to the quiet danger above. Lena moved along the bridge, checking every system. No sudden movements, she instructed. Our presence must remain unseen. The Dreadnought is a shadow. Only if necessary will we reveal it. Suddenly, an alarm flickered briefly. A minor patrol ship had drifted too close. It detected a small disturbance in the energy field, a ripple that should not have been there. Its crew froze, staring at the readings. "Captain, something is out there," one of them said, voice trembling slightly. Back on the Dreadnought, Lena watched through the sensor feeds. She did not respond immediately. Instead, she smiled faintly. "Let them wonder," she said softly. "Let them feel curiosity and fear." The patrol ship drifted on, ultimately dismissing the reading as a spatial anomaly. The aliens returned to their celebrations, unaware that humanity's true power had just brushed past them, unseen and unchallenged. The ceremony continued, and humans maintained the illusion of peaceful engagement. Every gesture was perfect, every word carefully measured. But beneath that calm, the Dreadnought's engines hummed softly, shields shimmering, weapons ready. The galaxy believed humans to be curious and polite visitors. In reality, humanity's first contact was not just a greeting, it was a quiet demonstration of control, strategy, and unmatched preparation. As the day ended, the alien world glowed under twin moons, lights reflecting in rivers and glassy towers. Lena allowed herself a moment to breathe. Their plan had worked. The aliens trusted humanity. They believed they understood them. But humanity had a secret, the Dreadnought, waiting, hidden, and ready. And somewhere, in the quiet of the cosmos, a single thought echoed through Lena's mind. The galaxy thought first contact was peaceful. Soon, they would understand that humanity's strength was far greater than their smiles suggested. The first ceremony ended in celebration, but the real test had not yet begun. The galaxy would soon feel the shadow of the Dreadnought, and the memory of this peaceful day would never be the same. The celebrations ended, but the galaxy was not yet quiet. On the alien homeworld, scientists returned to their laboratories, analyzing every transmission from humanity. Some were impressed. Some were worried. A few noticed odd readings, faint energy disturbances, almost like whispers in space, but they dismissed them. Perhaps it was a glitch, they thought. Perhaps nothing at all. Above the planet, the stealth Dreadnought remained invisible. Lena Torres walked along the bridge, eyes scanning every sensor, every monitor. "Keep watching," she said. "Nothing moves that we don't control." The crew nodded, moving efficiently, almost silently. They were shadows, and in this moment, their patience was more powerful than any weapon. On the alien side, whispers of concern grew. One faction noticed anomalies in communication signals. "Something is not right," a young scientist said, frowning at her screen. "We sense a presence, but it doesn't show on our scanners." Older leaders waved her concerns aside. "It is nothing. Humans are peaceful. We must trust them." Meanwhile, humans continued their polite broadcasts, sending messages of science, culture, and friendship. The galaxy saw smiles, gestures, and calm words. But hidden beneath each interaction was precision, discipline, and readiness. The Dreadnought watched every alien movement, recorded every formation, every patrol, every system output. Humanity was learning more in these quiet hours than any friendly gesture could show. Then came a small crisis. One alien scout ship, patrolling the outer space, detected a shimmer, a flicker of light unlike normal stars. Its instruments beeped repeatedly. "Captain," the officer aboard said, voice tight, "there's something moving against space. It hides itself, but the energy readings are strong." In the alien capital, alarm grew slowly. "Check again," another officer shouted. "Don't let it pass unnoticed." But by the time they verified, the anomaly had disappeared. The Dreadnought had shifted, moving silently, staying unseen. The humans aboard barely noticed the flicker. For them, this was routine. observation, patience, readiness. Lena smiled faintly. They saw nothing, she said. Let them wonder. Let them fear, but do not act yet. The alien scientists continued their analysis, more anxious now. Their technology, it is unlike anything we know. They must hide something. One older diplomat disagreed. No. They are cautious. That is all. They are polite. Peaceful. We must not panic. Below, humans continued engaging through their ambassadors. They discussed science, shared maps of uninhabited star systems, even offered cultural insights. Every interaction seemed innocent, even friendly. But the Dreadnought remained a silent presence above, listening, scanning, ready. As days passed, tension slowly grew on the alien world. Small patrols reported anomalies. Minor energy spikes. Satellites flickering. Every time, the aliens dismissed them. Humanity had mastered the art of control, appearing humble, appearing polite, all while holding the true advantage. In the Dreadnought, Lena gathered her crew. Remember this, she said. Patience is our weapon. Strength is our shield. Curiosity is theirs. Never underestimate it. The crew nodded, each understanding the unspoken command. Stay hidden, stay ready, and wait for the right moment. Night fell on the alien cities. Lights shimmered, towers reflected the moons, and rivers glowed faintly. Scientists continued their work, diplomats wrote messages, and scouts patrolled skies that humans silently controlled from above. The galaxy believed first contact was simple, peaceful, and predictable. Humanity knew better. The suspense tightened. Every move the aliens made was watched. Every whisper of concern noted. The humans' presence was invisible, but in every silent observation, the Dreadnought sent a single message. Humanity was powerful, disciplined, and always ready. And somewhere in the quiet, Lena's thought echoed across the bridge. The galaxy was not ready for what was coming next. The peaceful mask of first contact was beginning to crack. And when it broke, humanity would stand in the shadow, not as guests, but as masters of preparation and strategy. The calm did not last. For days, the aliens had enjoyed their peace, believing humanity to be gentle and curious. Their celebrations continued, their scouts patrolled the skies, and their leaders discussed alliances and friendship. They had no idea that the humans' hidden Dreadnought waited silently, cloaked, its engines whispering through space, its weapons ready for the first strike. On the Dreadnought, Lena Torres stood at the bridge, eyes scanning the galaxy. All systems ready, she said. We move only when necessary. Remember, precision is everything. Her crew worked efficiently, fingers moving across controls, checking every sensor, verifying every shield and weapon. There was no fear, only calm and perfect readiness. Suddenly, a minor alien patrol ship drifted too close. It detected a faint distortion, something invisible, yet powerful. Its crew stared at the readings in confusion. "What is this?" the captain whispered. Before they could react, a pulse of energy swept past the ship, disabling its engines. It drifted silently, harmless but powerless, a warning the aliens did not yet understand. On the alien world, alarms began to sound. "Report!" shouted one officer. "Our patrols are failing." Screens flickered as minor ships went dark, systems disabled without explanation. Panic spread quickly. What was supposed to be a peaceful first contact was suddenly turning chaotic. Inside the Dreadnought, Lena gave the command softly. Target, disable, observe. Do not destroy unless necessary. The crew moved like a single organism, executing orders flawlessly. Systems blinked, energy beams hummed, and within moments, multiple minor vessels were neutralized. The aliens realized, too late, that humans were not as peaceful as they had believed. The first shockwave of fear rippled through the alien capital. Leaders shouted over alarms. Scientists frantically checked readings. "They hide weapons, immense weapons," one cried. Others argued. "How can this be? They were friendly. They smiled at us. But the evidence was undeniable. Humanity's power was not polite or ceremonial. It was absolute, controlled, and precise. Lena watched the chaos unfold from her bridge. She did not smile, nor did she frown. "Remember," she said softly to her crew, "strength is our message. They must understand it, but we do not strike without reason." The aliens tried to organize a counterattack, but it was futile. Every ship they moved was calculated, observed, and disabled before it could reach the humans. The Dreadnought's stealth allowed it to strike where the aliens could not defend. Fear replaced their excitement, and suspicion turned into realization. Humanity had not come as guests, they had come as masters of strategy, patience, and strength. For the first time, the galaxy saw the truth. Humans were not simple beings, curious and polite. They were disciplined, powerful, and willing to act with precision. The Dreadnought hovered in silence above, a shadow that none could see but all would remember. On board the Dreadnought, Lena allowed herself a brief moment of reflection. "We showed restraint," she said. "We could have destroyed much more, but we only demonstrated. That is enough for now. Respect is earned, not demanded." The alien leaders stared at their screens, their pride shattered. Their scouts returned damaged, their patrols failed, and the celebrations were replaced with alarms. Humanity had rewritten the rules of first contact in hours, silently and without unnecessary violence. The galaxy now understood one thing: humans were not to be underestimated. Beneath every polite gesture, behind every friendly smile, there was a power that had waited patiently, hidden and ready. And the Dreadnought, silent, invisible, perfect, was the proof. For Lena Torres and her crew, the first strike was not victory, nor was it aggression. It was a message. The galaxy would remember it. The aliens would respect it. And humanity's place among the stars was secured, not by words, but by the quiet, undeniable demonstration of their power. And as the stars glimmered in the distant void, one thought settled over the Dreadnought like a shadow. The galaxy had believed first contact was peaceful. Now, they would never forget that humanity's strength was real, deliberate, and unmatched. The galaxy was in shock. What had seemed like a peaceful first contact had turned into a silent demonstration of human power. Alien fleets struggled to regroup, their systems still recovering from the precision strikes of the stealth Dreadnought. Panic and fear filled their capital cities, replacing the excitement of friendship and diplomacy. On the Dreadnought, Lena Torres remained calm. Her eyes scanned the displays, noting the movements of every alien ship. "Observe and respond," she said. "Do not overextend. We show strength, but we do not destroy without purpose." Her crew nodded, moving efficiently as the Dreadnought glided silently above the chaos. Some alien factions, however, began to reconsider their stance. Not all of them feared humanity. A few leaders whispered among themselves, admiration hidden beneath caution. "They are disciplined," one said quietly. "Their actions are controlled. This is not recklessness. This is power with purpose." But others panicked, scrambling ships and weapons in a desperate attempt to regain control. The Dreadnought responded with precision, disabling attacks before they could reach human space. Every move humans made was calculated, measured, and flawless. Humanity's patience had turned into a clear advantage, showing that strength without recklessness was far more terrifying than unrestrained aggression. On the alien world, protests and debates erupted. Some factions wanted to retaliate immediately. "We cannot allow this display to go unanswered," shouted one official. Others cautioned restraint. "They only struck to show power," another replied. "We are not prepared to match them. Perhaps it is wiser to understand them, to learn from this, not fight blindly." Lena watched these debates unfold through intercepted communications. Her mind was already several steps ahead. "They are divided," she said. "And that is exactly what we want. Do not strike further unless necessary. Our message has been delivered. Respect is now in their hands." Meanwhile, humans continued to broadcast messages of peace. The ambassadors smiled on alien screens, speaking gently, reassuringly. "We do not seek unnecessary conflict," they said. "We only demonstrate that we can defend ourselves. Strength is a form of honesty, not aggression." The combination of visible restraint and hidden power began to have its effect. Alien factions that had feared destruction started to reconsider. Curiosity replaced fear. Admiration replaced panic. Some even secretly admired humanity's discipline and strategy. They whispered to one another, wondering how a species so young in the galaxy could master patience, calculation, and strength all at once. For Lina Torres, the turning point was clear. Humanity had not just survived first contact, they had controlled it. The Dreadnought remained cloaked, a silent observer, but its presence had shifted the balance. The galaxy now understood that humans were to be respected, that first impressions could be deceptive, and that hidden strength could command far more than obvious force. And yet, Lina knew this was only the beginning. Humanity's actions had planted a seed of both fear and respect. The galaxy would remember today, and every civilization would reconsider how they approached humans in the future. As the Dreadnought drifted silently above, Lina allowed herself a brief smile. "We have shown them," she said softly. "Not just our strength, but our patience, our strategy, and our ability to act only when needed." The alien world was silent in some corners, chaotic in others, but one truth was clear: humanity had set the standard. Respect was earned through action, not words. And the galaxy now understood that humans were more than curious visitors. They were masters of preparation, precision, and power. The first strike had become the first lesson. The galaxy would never forget it. And somewhere in the quiet hum of the Dreadnought, Lina's mind wandered to the future, knowing that humanity's place among the stars had been secured, not through war, but through the demonstration of intelligence, control, and unstoppable potential. The galaxy had changed. The first contact that had begun with hope and curiosity had ended with awe and respect. The alien worlds were quiet now, still recovering from the demonstration of humanity's hidden power. Governments debated, scientists analyzed, and fleets remained cautious. Humanity had shown restraint, but the message was clear. Strength accompanied every smile, every gesture, every word. Aboard the stealth Dreadnought, Lina Torres watched the galaxy below. The stars reflected in the dark hull, endless and silent. "We have delivered the message," she said softly to her crew. "Strength is not aggression, but protection. Respect is not demanded, it is earned." The human ambassadors broadcasted one final message across the galaxy. On thousands of alien screens, the words appeared, spoken with calm authority: "We seek knowledge, peace, and friendship. But understand this: humanity protects itself. We do not strike without reason, but we do not forgive carelessness. Respect is our gift, and caution our promise." In alien capitals, whispers spread like wildfire. Scientists and leaders alike debated the meaning. Some were fearful. Some were admiring. Even those who had wanted war now reconsidered. Humanity had shown that power could be tempered by wisdom, that discipline could inspire both caution and admiration. The Dreadnought, still cloaked and silent, began to move away from the alien systems. Lina's crew monitored every response, every movement, every signal. They saw the respect and fear that humanity had earned. They had not destroyed worlds. They had not enslaved civilizations. They had only shown what humans could do when needed. On the alien world, some factions began to secretly plan alliances, seeking knowledge from humans rather than confrontation. Others still feared the unknown, but even their fear had a new dimension. It was respect born from the demonstration of strength and restraint. Humanity had not just arrived in their galaxy, they had changed it. Lina stood at the observation deck, her eyes on the distant stars. "The galaxy will remember this day," she said. "And when they think of humans, they will think not only of our curiosity, but of our discipline, our strategy, and our power. We are here to learn, to share, and to protect. Always." The Dreadnought slipped further into the shadows of space, invisible once more, a silent guardian watching over humanity's future. The galaxy had believed first contact to be peaceful. And it had been peaceful until humans revealed that peace could coexist with power, strategy, and unmatched discipline. And somewhere, across the vast stretches of the cosmos, a signal pulsed faintly. A reminder that humanity's story was only beginning, that first contact was only the first step, and that the galaxy would never forget the day it met the hidden might of the human race. The stars shimmered in silence, and humanity sailed onward, not as mere visitors, but as masters of preparation, intelligence, and strength. The galaxy had been warned, and taught, a lesson it would never forget.